ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC, presented by Best Buy. And it brings us to a sold-out Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. The matchup, the Pac-10 and the Big Ten, again this week. And it's the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the Ducks of Oregon. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. Oregon, 2 lopsided victories now to go 2-0 and up to number 16 in the national rankings. It's got people thinking possible Rose Bowl for this Mike Bellotti team. And for the other hand, Purdue still wondering. They had a blowout victory in week 1, but they're not quite sure what they have as a football team. One thing we know, Paul McGuire, for the Ducks of Oregon, they got a lot of speed and a lot of guys that can score.
Best offense in the nation, 592 yards a game. And you know, last week alone, 7 different guys carried this baby over the goal line. And in the first 2 games, Ness, 10 different guys have scored touchdowns. And I'm going to tell you now, if Purdue has a chance to win this football game, and I say a chance, they're going to have to slow down this Duck offense.
We'll see if Brock Spack's defense can do that. For the Purdue Boilermakers, they haven't won against a ranked team in 5 years. They need one like this. They need good quarterback play. They've always had that over the years. Our old quarterback, Bob Greasy's on the field taking a walk down memory lane, Grease.
Brad, the first time I made this walk, I was a frightened 19-year-old sophomore starting his first game of the season. The butterflies were as big as buzzards. The last time I made this walk, I was a senior 2 years later. The last game of the season against Indiana Hoosiers, we were playing for the right to go to the Rose Bowl. Purdue had never been to a Rose Bowl game before. We won that game, and the place went wild. You're right about quarterbacks. We've always had good quarterbacks. And if Purdue is to win against a great Oregon team here today, Curtis Painter is going to have the game of his life.
And Joe was talking about the weather conditions. We expect we might get some rain yet today, but the wind, and I'm talking about it is whipping down there, and Bob knows too after making that walk. 20 to 25 miles an hour. We do have a chance at thunderstorms, and it is hot, very hot. And there you look atop the goalpost, you can see how much wind we've got. And I think the kicking game, if nothing else, really will be affected, because before the game, as we watched both the punters and the kickers, they were having a heck of a time. Mike Bellotti, his team won the toss and deferred. That means they'll be kicking away. Matt Ebenson will tee it up, and Desmond Tardy and Corey Sheets will wait on the other end for Purdue. Our partner has made it up from the nice walk there. You're a little wet though, Grease.
Yeah, you guys are up here in this nice air-conditioned booth. I'm down there with its heat and humidity.
I told you to affect the kicking game. It blew off the tee already.
I met about 100 of my favorite fans down there signing autographs and all that other stuff.
There you go.
Opened up a little stand.
That's good.
How much did you make?
I was just going to say, he made some dough off the deal. Ebenson will try it again. This time it looks like it's going to hold up for Matt. And we're underway at Ross-Ade. Deep kick and out of the back of the end zone. So Purdue will work offensively at its own 20-yard line. And that means Curtis Painter. And what's he want to get done on this first series? Well, we asked him.
Start with a very good tempo. Get in there and move the ball well. Like you said, obviously we want to score, but we really want to get a good start and really move the ball. We don't want to get in there and start slow, but really just go in, start fast and hopefully keep that intensity the whole game.
He's had a pretty good start to this season. His career over 9,000 yards and 56 touchdowns. In the shotgun, Sheets flanking him to the right. Painter's first throw is a one-hopper intended for Greg Orton and incomplete. Let's take a look at our impact players for Purdue, presented by Best Buy. And obviously number 12 is a guy that's going to be in there. Curtis Painter still looking for a win against a ranked team, however. In the backfield, Corey Sheets has to carry the load now with Jason Taylor out with an injury for the rest of the year. And the guy the first pass was intended for, Greg Orton, is their big play receiver. 3 receivers to the top of your screen on a second down at 10. And they give it off on the ground to Sheets, and Corey Sheets is into the secondary. Down the sideline he goes. Sheets might take it the distance. He's gone. That's what you call sheets in the wind.
I'll tell you what else you call that. That was one of the biggest holes I've seen in a long time. When Sheets got to the line of scrimmage, he even stumbles. And he gets himself, he adjusts himself, he gets back in, and then outruns everybody. But that hole was so wide, he had to score.
Chris Summers in for the point after. What a way to start the game on the second play. 80 yards, touchdown. And as Paul said, he had to put his hand down to keep from actually going down in the hole. And 80 yards later, number 24 with his 40th career touchdown. And let's take another look.
In the pit, you just take a look at, watch Sheets. Now, when he goes out to the outside, look at the blocking that he has. Wazakowski, number 80, gets a block down. It's perfect. But see the hole here? Here's where Sheets, Bob, stumbles. Now he gets back up, and he's gone.
And he outruns a pretty good, strong safety.
Boy, you got that right.
That's Patrick Chung. Huge first series for Purdue. That's Pierce and Benton, the center and right guard that pull around. He stumbles in the hole, stiff arms Patrick Chung, and it's just a foot race down the sideline.
Wow. And he's hugging all the linemen. You got to give the big eaters some sugar.
You got to give them some love.
Wow, is this crowd lit up. Been here a lot of times, don't know that I've heard that much noise this early ever. Carson Wiggs will kick it to Talmadge Jackson and Andre Crenshaw. And this will be Crenshaw at the 4. Across the 25, Crenshaw, nice return. Bumped out of bounds, but not before he got way out to the 39-yard line. Let's take a look at our impact players presented by Best Buy for the white-clad Ducks of Oregon today. Justin Roper, the quarterback, hurt in game 1, came back strong last week. Jeremiah Johnson, he's their leading ball carrier, and he is also big and fast. Talk about big as a receiver. How about Jason Williams? 6'5", 242 pounds. So the Ducks are down a touchdown and open up at the 37-yard line is where they spot it. Roper keeps it himself. A lot of people thought that he couldn't do that, but he's done it pretty well, and he had a touchdown run last week. He gets 16 yards right off the bat. You take a look at the Oregon starting offense. It's up above your scoreboard, and you take a look at the lineman in front of Justin out of Beaufort, Georgia.
Yeah, the thing you need to know about Oregon, they never huddle, and they hurry back to the line of scrimmage. So here they are.
This time he gives it a big opening for Johnson. Jeremiah Johnson off to the races. Wow, 2 big running plays by each team now. Torrey Williams saved a touchdown, but that's 35 yards for Jeremiah Johnson.
What a big hole right there through the right side. Brad, what you're seeing is both offensive coordinators giving you their best shots early.
All the way to the 12-yard line already. Student body trying to make it tough on the Ducks down there in that end of the field. Roper, all 3 wideouts to his left. This time Johnson's going to be dragged down by Ryan Baker. Let's check in with Stacy.
Well, Brad, just a quick update on Jeremiah Johnson, obviously coming back from that dislocated shoulder. I talked to him this week. He returned to practice on Tuesday. He told me Wednesday that he had no pain. He said his mobility was great, a lot of massage, and obviously he looks good out there right now, Brad.
Yes, he does. He is wearing sort of brace underneath his shoulder pads in hopes that that will keep anything further from happening to that shoulder. 5 wideouts, empty backfield for Roper, who has a look over to the sideline and now comes up under center. They can get a first down at the 2-yard line. The end zone's only 2 yards further. Johnson now comes back in motion to the backfield. And it's Roper again. Justin Roper down to the 7.
You know, he is the lowest guy on the totem pole that the Boilermaker defense is worried about running the ball is Roper. They've already lost their #1 quarterback, or the other quarterback, Nate Costa. Now, this kid's doing a good job, and I'm sure Oregon doesn't want this guy running too many times.
Nope. It's 3rd down and 5. Oregon 56% on their 3rd downs in the first 2 weeks of the season. This is their first of the day. Johnson, he's not going to get to the 5. It'll be 4th down. And now, will Mike Bellotti kick a field goal or try something here?
Well, you know, you think about it. Purdue comes out and they throw a ball. We know they're going to throw and they're going to throw. We know this team, Oregon, can throw the football also. They spread everybody out. They have not thrown a pass. It's all on the ground.
There's Costa on the sideline. Bob talked about Nate out for the year. Matt Evenson comes in to try a field goal. It'll be a 23-yard attempt. Evenson 2 out of 3 so far in the early season. Kick on the way, and it's perfect. So Oregon answers, but got only a field goal. 7-3 here early.
On ABC.
Nick Aliotti's probably not loving it right now.
That's true. And Brock's back.
Yeah.
But the offensive guys love it.
Matt Evenson, who hit the field goal to cap the 57-yard drive in 6 plays for Oregon. They'll kick it away. Corey Sheets watches it go over his head. Again, that one's even deeper than the first one, and that shows you how strong that wind is down there in the field. We're talking about Nick Aliotti, longtime defensive coordinator. There's Nick up in the booth, and he also was wired for sound for us before the game.
Don't go crazy in pregame. Pace yourself, you hear me? Be a killer, be a warrior, smart. Good leadership out there, huh? Go say it, monster, a monster. Let's go. You gotta win it up front.
That's Rashawn Harris he's talking to. Monster.
First down for Purdue at the 20. Painter from the gun. Deep down the sideline, and he's got it. Orton's out of bounds. Nice throw and catch out to the 38-yard line.
What a big-time throw that was into about a 30-mile-an-hour wind. They were going to run a fade, but it was a fade stop. And you don't know how hard that is to time that up with the receivers.
Talking with Nick Aliotti the other day, I said, Nick, you haven't lost your voice yet. He said it's because we're down to 1-a-days now instead of 2-a-days. So Purdue out to the 38-yard line, racking up yards in a big way. Halliburton in there now at the fullback spot. Frank plays a lot of different spots. Number 44, he's going to be a lead blocker here. And Sheets almost found that same hole, but it closed in a hurry. Spencer Pasinger is the guy that made the stop. And the Purdue offense, you'll see, roll across up on top. Jones and Hedstrom and Benton, Pierce and Sester, the guys up front. They use a lot of different tight ends, including Kyle Adams, Orton and Tardy. Whittington, for the most part, do the wide receiver chores, and Corey Sheets, their big play man, as you've already seen, at the tailback spot. Low snap. Painter off play action, wants to throw a screen. Now comes back, and he's got some green in front of him. And he got pasted after about a 3-yard loss. And I mean hit by Patrick Chung, who will take your head off if you give him a chance.
Well, Ness, this was supposed to be a screen out to the outside of the left-hand side, and Corey Sheets, number 24, falls down. So Painter has no place to throw the ball, and he sees the rush coming, so he kind of gets out of there. He doesn't pick up much, but I'll tell you, he's smart enough to get the ball back to the out-of-bounds marker.
Right. Purdue was 6 of 11 on their 3rd down conversions in their win over Northern Colorado last week. Let's see what they do with a 3rd down and 9 from their own 39. Pressure coming. Painter feels it, and now he'll try to run again, and he's got a first down. Well, both quarterbacks have shown their wheels aren't too wobbly. They're pretty good runners, both of them.
Well, that was a smart play by a 5th-year senior quarterback. Only a 3-man rush. So they're dropping 8 guys into coverage. That means you got a lot of guys with white shirts on to cover your guys, but not much pressure on the quarterback. He just takes off and picks it up.
10 yards on a 3rd and 9 on the quarterback scramble. So nice play by Curtis Painter at the 49-yard line. We're in a pretty good number there, isn't he, Grease?
I like that number.
That's a good number. 7-3 Purdue here in the opening quarter. Painter, quick toss out to Sheets, one-on-one. out in the secondary and knocked out of bounds by Jarris Bird. Sheets, big opening on the left side this time by Corey. Only got about 2 yards, though, as Rashawn Harris made the stop. Sonny Harris, they call him.
You say he doesn't look any different?
No.
You don't. You better put your glasses on up close. I mean, this guy's frightening.
Well, Bob's got a game plan for both these teams. Purdue, they like their home cooking. I know that.
Well, they do. They like home cooking with Painter, and on the road, you got to run the football. Oregon does. They're the 4th-ranked team in the nation running the ball.
See if Painter can get another 3rd down picked up here. Here comes a blitz. Painter, quick toss and complete, 1st down and then some. Out to Brandon Whittington. And a nice throw there, too, because there was some heat coming on Curtis Painter.
Well, one of the things that the defensive coaches of Oregon said about Painter is this. When you look at him, Bob, and you've watched him enough, they say he can get the ball there in a hurry, and he puts it exactly where he wants to put it.
Well, he's a 5th-year guy, too. Not only can he do all that, but he looks you off. He doesn't stare down the receiver that he's throwing the ball to.
Got it at the 36-yard line of Oregon. Painter, it's a handoff to Halliburton, the fullback, and the big fella goes to the 35-yard line. And you talk about Halliburton. He's our X Factor, presented by Citi. We like Frank. He does a lot of different stuff. Big guy, 251-pounder. He can play fullback, defensive tackle. He blocked 2 punts
How about that?
last week. How about that?
Should have had 3.
Yeah, he almost got a 3rd one. So he's our X Factor. We'll see how he does today. 2 tight end set, and Halliburton stays in there. This is about as big a set as you'll see Purdue run. 2nd down and 9, 9th play of the drive. And now Painter keeps it. Painter trying to get to the corner. 30. He's got a 1st down and then some. How about this? 2 passing teams and the quarterbacks are running all over the place.
Hey, they're athletes. They're good runners.
There you go.
Huh?
19 yards for Painter.
Boy, this is such a great play, though, because they put the big backs in. So you figure they're going to power you. So everybody goes to the run game and looks at the run game. Painter just keeps the ball, slides back to the outside.
You know what, Curtis is breathing heavy right now after that run.
You know, Rod.
Maybe his longest ever.
Exactly. They're wearing these guys down. They may not last the 2nd half.
Down to the now, leading 7-3. The Boilers on the move, and it's Painter. And this time he's going to go down for a loss, sacked by Tukuafu. Tukuafu, the defensive end, with the stop, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and long now. 2nd down at 15. Painter already 26 yards on 3 carries. Now it's Corey Sheets, who's got a whole bunch of yards on his carries today, including an 80-yard touchdown, and he got it back to about the 12-yard line. Paysinger on the stop. 3rd down and about 6.
This is the first time I've ever seen 2 defensive ends. Tukuafu is 39 and Reed is 49. They look like they should be linebackers or defensive backs.
That's the numbering system in college football.
Don't we love it?
Oh. No,
3rd down
we don't.
and 6. No, we don't. Purdue has picked up 2 3rd down and 3s on this drive. Now it's 3rd and 6. Oregon sneaking some guys up, and here they come. Painter, low snap, quick throw, and a nice defensive play out there on the wide receiver to knock it away. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Jarris Bird made the play with the left hand.
How about that snap? The ball came back end over end on the ground.
Watch the defensive play here.
A little slant inside here. He wants to get the ball to, was that Tardy? Yeah, number 6.
Tardy, yep. So now Purdue will try a field goal. Painter to hold, and Chris Summers
on to attempt a 29-yard
a 29-yard attempt. Wind got it a little bit, but it hung in there. So Purdue adds 3. 5:47 first quarter. 10-3 Boilermakers. To a couple last night that actually drove. They took off on Sunday. They stopped in about 3 different places before they got here. Way short on the kick at the 17-yard line is Jackson. Oh, man. Talk about losing your head at the end of a play. From the 25, Roper and throws a rope out to the 31-yard line to Ed Dixon. So Oregon finally going to the air. Their big tight end, and he is a big play performer in Dixon. That Boiler Pete's had reason to high-five everybody so far. Corey Sheets, an 80-yard touchdown run on the second play from scrimmage today. Oregon came back to get a field goal. Purdue just added one moments ago. It's 10-3, and Roper goes complete to a first down and all the way out to the 43 to Jeff Mayle. Pick up at 12 yards.
You know, Ness, you mentioned Ed Dixon. You talk about a team player. In the first game, Roper went down, and they put other quarterbacks in it so to protect him. Dixon didn't even catch a pass in the first game. Now, last week he caught 6. I mean, he is a big, legitimate tight end.
There he is on a wing left, number 83. Roper going out. Oh, one-handed catch. Flags are down. Jeff Mayle just reached out and snatched that thing with his left hand in front of Pender, but let's wait and see about the flag. Our referee is, he was a week ago, Dave Whitman.
Offside. Defense, number 7. 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat the down.
So they'll get a free 5.
That's Brandon King, the cornerback, which meant he was just lined up too close to the wide receiver.
There's bump and run, and then they're stepping across the line.
A lot of times you see the offensive guy, the receiver, will check with the official, am I all right? But the defensive guy never does that. Better start doing it.
So Oregon at the 48-yard line. Roper, here's a counter coming back for Jeremiah Johnson, and he got it to midfield. Pickup of about 2. Ryan Baker is the guy that came in to make the stop. Another tradition of college football, Chevrolet Scholarship Program has been recognizing the outstanding efforts of student athletes for 38 consecutive years. And near the conclusion of our game today, we'll select a player of the game from each team. Chevy will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund. The referee stopped play and backed the ball up a little bit, back into Duck territory.
They're going too fast.
Yeah. The Ducks had kind of leaked it on Purdue's end of the pond.
Got a group out here.
Blitz, Roper throws, perfect strike again down to the 41-yard line.
See, you put 3 receivers to one side, and that has got to get the attention of your defense. Then you throw the opposite way.
And it just looks like Roper is he's picking out the one guy that they're playing man-to-man on. He's, forget about those other 3. Let me find the guy that's man-to-man. Here he is down on the bottom again.
There's the ranks. Paul talked about it a little bit in the open. How high-powered these guys are. Number 1 in the country. 592 yards a game. And putting up 55 points per game. Nice play fake. Roper on the bootleg and throws on the run, and his man dropped it that time. It was Jeff Mayle who made a really tough catch earlier on this drive, and that one hit him right between the 2 and the 3. Justin Roper, what a story Justin Roper is. Out of Buford, Georgia. Didn't throw many passes at all in high school, and when he came in to Oregon, this is the depth chart last year. Look who's on the bottom. Number 5 on the depth chart. Behind Dixon and Leaf and Costa and Kemp.
I know how that feels.
I'm going to talk about that right here after Roper pitches out to the corner and out of bounds, short of the first down. Grease, I know you've told me 100 times you were in that same spot here at Old Purdue.
Well, when I got here as a freshman, I didn't know whether I was a quarterback or a defensive back, because I've had breakfast yesterday with Bob DeMoss, my old quarterback coach, and he says, in my eyes, you were a defensive back. You were the best free safety the freshman team had.
There's the guys. There's the Bob Greasy depth chart here at Purdue.
That was my freshman year.
Roper drops it here. Late pitch, but he got it out there, and it's a first down. They saved a play. He got it out to Dixon, actually, the tight end, on a pitch.
You want to see some heads-up football? I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. And you've got to know this is not a design play. But Roper, the ball is dropped on the ground. I don't know how he got it back to the outside.
Roper's out. Harper's in, guys. New quarterback.
Roper goes out. And now the running quarterback, the freshman, Harper in there. And he can really run, too. 6'3", 230-pounder. Purdue jumps off sides. He won't have to run here, but he'll try it anyway. And there, you see what he can do. And he's got a first down.
I'm going to tell you what, that last play, Bob, you could actually have run behind that play.
Well, it was dumb because the defense jumps off sides. First of all, they're waiting for
penalty has declined.
Yeah, they're waiting for Harper to come in the ball game because they know he's a freshman, true freshman, great runner, not a real good thrower yet. And then they jump off sides to give him a free play.
The worst part, excuse me for a second, but the worst part about those guys jumping offside, Ness, is the fact that everybody stops.
So one play, a first down, and Roper takes over again at the 18-yard line. Oregon trying to tie things up here, trailing 10-3. Nice play fake. Roper, plenty of time now running out of it. And throwing on the run, intercepted at the 15-yard line. Brandon King, one man to beat. He might take it. Going to be run down from behind, but he's all the way down to the 25-yard line. Jeremiah Johnson saved a touchdown, but it's a 61-yard interception return.
This play starts with good coverage on the left side, and Roper doesn't see King to the inside. He thinks he's got a free man. Johnson on the outside. Jeremiah Johnson, number 24, probably the fastest guy on the field.
Showed it there by tracking down King, but all the way to the 16-yard line. And now Painter and company take over there. Painter actually under center this time. And only about a yard gain for Justin Siller.
Yeah, and he's not under center very often.
No, he's not.
Neither one of these quarterbacks, either team, mostly shotgun.
Well, you notice when he went under center, that was the first time they sent 6 guys, the first time they really blitzed. So if he's going to go under center, now they know he's close enough, they can get him.
Now Painter comes out as a wide receiver. Bob, get a circle. There you go. We're doing a little bit of everything here in West Lafayette. That means Siller is the guy in the shotgun right now. Halliburton with him.
Siller is an ex-quarterback. Now he's a running back for Purdue.
And he'll keep it. Left side, broke a tackle. And then he's swarmed under. Haysinger led the way, but a whole bunch of ducks. A whole flock of ducks over there to make the stop.
How long have you been saving that?
3rd down, 5. Final minute 20 of the first quarter. Smith in motion across the field. All 3 receivers that way. The throw's too high, intended for Desmond Tardy, incomplete. We're going to see Matt Evenson come back out.
The Tardy went down and slipped, didn't get out of his break. And again, throwing into that 30-mile-an-hour wind. The quarterback is not going to be as accurate as he might be.
Chris Summers last time had the ball taken a little bit by the wind, but he tucked it inside the left upright. Let's see how he does this time. He hit a 29-yarder earlier. This one's from 38, and again, Painter to hold. Summers kick on the way. He played the wind perfectly, didn't he? Right down the middle, and Purdue's got 3 more. 13-3 Boilermakers. The end zone out to the Ducks defense, which will be right at their own goal line. Corey Sheets moving up the all-time touchdown list, led by the great Mike Allstott, who went on to a great career with Tampa Bay. Corey might get a handle here. 34 rushing touchdowns in his career. He's the tailback on 2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line. Halliburton in motion. Sheets with the carry. Sheets with a touchdown, number 35. Corey Sheets from 2 yards out. So the first play of the second quarter, almost as good for Corey as the second play of the first quarter. Extra point is good. Purdue strikes again. Corey Sheets, first from long range, then from short range. Pretty good day for Corey in the first 15 minutes and 5 seconds. And you remember our City X Factor guy?
Yes, sir.
Number 44. Watch him lead the way. Kaboom. Touchdown, Purdue. Here for Mike Bellotti with 1:13 remaining. 4th and 10. 0 for 1 today. Remember, they failed on that fake punt attempt earlier. Roper down the middle. Another drop pass. Jason Williams, it would have been a first down. And Purdue's defense is playing well, but Oregon's offensive guys are not helping the cause at all. Brock Spack's defense, everybody getting in the act. Grease, here's a fly sweep and staying home and making a great play on the corner. Inside screen, and that one's all wrapped up. And then getting nice pressure on Justin Roper, the quarterback, pretty much all day long. 4 drop passes. They all would have been first downs.
Yeah.
And a couple might have been big plays.
You know, the interesting part about that defensive segment, there were 3 different guys made plays along that line.
Again, Purdue's got 2 timeouts to work with here if they want to try to add something before halftime. They had a hook and ladder set up.
Yes.
Couldn't get it off.
Yes.
Greg Orton and Corey Sheets had a little something going on over there, and it didn't quite work.
Almost got it, but the coverage. Watch this now. 24 Sheets is going to try and take a lateral. He's trying to get it out. He just can't get it because the defensive guy's got him wrapped up.
So 2 of their trick plays, and here's an interception. Painter, ill-advised throw, and Oregon's got it back. Jairus Byrd stepped in front of that pass.
That's the first interception for Oregon this year.
And they had 20 of them last year.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, when Painter goes to the sideline, they're going to say, what were you thinking about? What are you thinking about? You don't ever throw this ball here. All the white shirts, there are 3 white shirts out there.
Now you got to wonder if Chip Kelly's got a little something in his bag of tricks if he doesn't try a big score play here.
You'd love to get something on the board.
Roper fires out on the flat, incomplete, intended for Dixon, his tight end, as his primary receiver was covered and he had to come back to the outside. And that was a long throw again.
Well, it's a tough day for quarterbacks when you go into an opposing place. You play on grass. Not something you're not used to. You also get a loud stadium, and you got wind just messing up with your throws.
Roper's missed his last 5. He's got this one complete. Williams on the cutback looking for a block, a stiff arm, first down. And he held on to that one. And a flag flies in at the end, is going to add to it. And Oregon's going to have a great opportunity, even though there's less than a half minute to go, to get some points here.
This was an outstanding play by Williams, though. He's cutting to the inside, catches the ball. He goes back to the outside and picks up a blocker. And what he's really thinking about. And what he's just thinking about is to get out of bounds. They have 3 timeouts left. Now, here you're going to see the penalty.
David Pender.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
Well, got it down inside the 15-yard line by penalty. Joe Tiller says, okay, I'm going to talk to David Pender at halftime. At the 14. 3 timeouts left for Oregon. Trying to put points up before halftime. Roper throws and throws it away. And lives to play another down. 20 seconds left.
Exactly. It had 3 receivers going into the end zone. Didn't like any of them. They were covered. So he just scrambled out and threw it away.
I think if I was Purdue, I'd be worried about where number 83 was. And Dixon's the slot man on the right side. Roper throws to Mail, the underneath guy, and he's got it down to the 8.
The little guy doesn't go down easily, does he?
No, he doesn't. And whistles trying to stop the clock as Oregon is getting ready to take one of their timeouts. They might add time back onto this clock, I think. I'm not sure. Oregon with a timeout. So they've got 2 remaining. Mike Bellotti there, the head coach, talking with Justin Roper as we take a look at our ESPNU All-State Standings Review. A little bit of a change from a week ago as Ohio State dropped to 5. And they get ready for USC tonight. Georgia and Oklahoma still up there 2-3, and Florida number 4. Missouri put it on Nevada today, put up 69. Texas and Arkansas has been postponed because of the hurricane, and that'll be replayed on September 27th.
Wisconsin's got a big game at Fresno State tonight.
Look out, Badgers.
Upset alert.
Upset alert. Pat Hill's team is scary. Brett Bielema has got a good football team, but that's a long ways to go, and Wisconsin sometimes out west doesn't have such great luck.
That's right.
So now we're down to 3rd down, which really doesn't matter. It's 2-down territory. They did put 3 extra seconds back on the clock. They can get a 1st down inside the 5. The touchdown, of course, that many yards away. Roper on the end zone and broken up.
It was Dixon.
And it was Dixon. Torrey Williams made the play, though. There's number 83, and Torrey Williams knew where he was. Nice job by the senior out of Cedar Park, Texas.
Watch the feet on this guy. Watch how quick he gets back inside. Look at this. I mean, this ball is thrown the only place where he could catch it. He should have caught this ball. He hit him in the hand.
He could have caught it.
4th down, Oregon. They need a touchdown here before halftime. Justin Roper, tall in the pocket. Might have had it tipped, and now a flag. Wait a minute. If it was a tip ball, the flag's going to get picked up. If not, it could be pass interference on Purdue. That's what the committee meeting is about right now, I think, with Dave Whitvote, our referee. Here's the call.
Holding defense number 7. Half the distance to the goal line. Automatic 1st down.
It's a 1st down. Joe Tiller doesn't like it. So apparently the ball wasn't tipped.
Yeah, you were all over it. If it was tipped, you're right.
And now Oregon takes its 2nd timeout. Purdue, that's their 4th penalty, all on the defense. Take another look at that last play. Nope, nobody got it. And there you see the penalty near the goal line. So this is a golden opportunity, but Oregon, the only problem now, they're running out of clock. They got 6 seconds to try to do something here with it. So 2 plays, I guess, huh?
Well,
or don't you have 2?
You bet if you've got a little over 6 seconds. If you take a snap, you better throw it quick.
Yeah. Quick slant or something right here, and then if you don't get it, you got 1 more play left.
Quick slant or maybe a quick fade, but it's got to be quick into the end zone.
I'm sure they made Justin Roper very aware of that over on the Oregon sideline.
And here's a guy whose confidence is a little bit shaken.
Yep.
Not only is he throwing into the wind on the road, but he's had two balls picked off that were really poorly thrown.
So now it's Mail that's going to be down in the slot on the right side. Always got to keep your eye out for him. Here comes the pressure. Roper waited too long. Late throw, broken up. Half, not quite over. Joe Holland came on the pressure off the corner.
Were they trying to get it to Dixon?
Yeah, they were, and now they're going to kick a field goal.
Mike Bellotti has decided he wants something out of this before halftime.
Here's Dixon right here, trying to get it to the big guy.
Holland came right up the middle. Tim Taylor will hold.
Good pressure.
Matt Evenson will try a 21-yard field goal. Tight spot there on the right hash, in close, and he made it. So that's how the half comes to a close, with points, but not the kind of points that Oregon wanted. I can tell you that right now. They were thinking 7 all the way. They'll have to settle for 3, and 20-6 at halftime as we check in with Stacy.
Coach Tiller, why has your defense been successful in the first half?
Because they're playing hard. You play hard, good things happen to you.
Slight swing of momentum there, but they settled for a field goal. What becomes your halftime address?
I'm sorry, did I what?
A slight swing of momentum there, but they settled for a field goal. What becomes your halftime address?
Yeah, well, we didn't do a good job of managing the game right there before the half. We throw the interception, but defense did a nice job of getting off the field without a score.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, Joe, as he heads to the locker room, so do his Boilermakers, up that path that Bob took about an hour and a half ago. At the break, Purdue 20-6 over Oregon.
Coach Bellotti, what did you tell your players at the half down 14?
Well, I told them that basically we've given them everything that they've gotten. We gave up one play on defense. We gave up a couple poor plays on special teams. And we've hit people in the hands, haven't caught them, and we hit the other team in the hands and with interceptions. We have to just play our game. We talked about 2 words before the game was focus and finish. It's exactly what we need to do now.
Thanks, Coach.
They're going to have to focus before the finish. Those drop passes were so costly, and Mike talked about it with Stacy there. Big difference in the ball game. Drop passes. Joe Tiller trying to beat a ranked team for the first time in 5 years. And Oregon will get the ball first to start the third quarter. Carson Wiggs has got it teed up. Walter Thurman and Patrick Chung wait on the other end. Thurman 2 yards deep, and he'll bring it. Thurman got a little bit of a crease, and he's out to about the 30-yard line with his forward progress before Fabian Martin comes over and makes the stop on the special teams. We've got a flag on the play on the opening play of the third quarter as we welcome you back. Brad Nessler, Bob Greasy, Paul McGuire. We already heard from Stacy. First half kind of surprising. It's about the exact opposite of what you would think was going to happen.
It was, because Purdue is out rushing Oregon,
right,
and Oregon is out passing Painter and Purdue.
Well, you know, they really surprised us, I think, with both quarterbacks running in that first quarter.
Right.
I mean, that kind of shook up everything for both defenses.
I think what Grease said in the game plan earlier, that Oregon's got to run the ball. If they don't, Justin Roper's going to get killed in that backfield.
Exactly, and give Purdue credit. Brock Spack shutting down that running game, forcing them to throw. They threw the ball over 31 times in the first quarter. The first half.
Well, look at the statistics that Bob's talking about in a minute here. Right now, they're starting in a hole again because of the holding on the kickoff return. Jeremiah Johnson got about 2 out to the 10-yard line. Our Pacific Life game summary statistically in that first half, and as Bob said, things would surprise you a little bit. Total yardage is all Oregon, but they haven't done much with it, including the couple of turnovers. And the 4 drop passes, I think, is the key to the ballgame. I think 1 would have been a touchdown. The other 3 would have been first downs.
Yeah, the turnovers are key. Purdue scored on their first 4 possessions. And
now it's out to the 14-yard line on the keeper for Roper. Brandon King made the stop. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Oregon's leaders in the first half. Justin Roper, he might have gone a month back in high school and not thrown 33 passes, much less in a first half.
Exactly.
Johnson and Dixon, their leading rusher and receiver, but Jeremiah Johnson has been nothing like we anticipated so far because the Purdue defense has stretched things out and been too good. He gets another call here, and now he's got room to run. And he's out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. His best run probably of the day, a 21-yard pickup for Jeremiah Johnson.
Think about Jeremiah Johnson. If you can get him to that second level and get everybody hold at the hole, just take a look at how quick he gets there. Now he's at the second level. The only people that can stop him now are safeties and corners.
It's good blocking that line up front. Unger, we haven't mentioned his name. He's one of the top centers in the country.
Now Roper throwing for Dixon. Did he catch it? He did. Wow. Purdue defender didn't turn around in time, and he scooped that one for 23 yards.
Well, Dixon, Roper threw at him 10 times in the first half, Ness. He caught 5, and then a couple of them were broken up, and he dropped a few. But this is just an outstanding pass and catch. Watch this. He goes down to get it. Make sure you have the ball. First down.
Somebody's got to make the plays for Oregon. Dixon's stepping up.
Blitz coming down the middle. This one in and out of the hands again. A catchable ball to Terrence Scott, at least in my opinion. Royce Adams broke it up. And boy, Purdue was coming with the heat that time.
Well, Brock Spack likes the zone blitz, and so he likes to get after you.
Here's what Oregon's done. Too many punts and too many interceptions, and then 2 4th down failures.
Yep.
David Pender went out injured, and Fabian Martin's coming in to play corner for Purdue. Roper throws on the run, and a lineman is the closest guy to that ball. In fact, 2 linemen. That's what the Purdue fans are yelling.
I wonder if the wind down there on the field, if we can ask Stacy if the wind is as strong now as it was at the beginning of the game.
What you might have noticed has changed is the sun has actually come out when we were expecting a rainy game, and now we've even got sunshine. but a lot of wind still. 3rd and 10. Roper got a man down the middle, and it sailed over Williams' head. Incomplete. Stacy, how about the wind?
Well, yeah, just to answer Bob's question, it's still coming in big gusts. It calms down for periods and then it returns. Before the game started, Brad, they were 30-mile-per-hour gusts of wind, so it's still playing a factor down here on the field in my estimation.
And it might on this punt that's coming up from Josh Sirey as well. He hangs it up in that wind. It wobbles around, and it's going to be played beautifully by Jeff Mayle. He catches it on the fly. Yep. That's Jeff's best catch of the day.
Yeah.
He's back. Went out to the locker room earlier. Here's a throwback screen to the tight end. Oh! There's a collision. I tell you what, Jerry won't even be able to spell his own last name after that hit. Yeah. Jerome Boyd.
And Patrick Chung.
Chung's going out.
Well, you know, when you're going forward and all of a sudden, as big as you are, you end up going the other way, you got nailed.
Painter, bubble screen out on the other side. That's what Drew Brees did so well here for so long. Keith Smith made the catch. A pickup of 8. And again, another penalty marker down.
The Painter is the guy that holds this whole thing together for Purdue offensively.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12th man did not get off the field. 5 yards through the spot.
I think it was Chung that never made it to the sideline.
It was Patrick Chung who just took his time getting off.
And now more substitutions coming in for Oregon.
That's what both of these offenses do to you, Brad, is when they're no huddle, shotgun, so they're at the line of scrimmage. But if offensively, if you put in substitutions, you've got to allow time for the defense to have substitutions.
Oregon just got a guy off the field right there again. And now Painter incomplete over the middle, intended for Wasikowski again.
He was expecting Wasikowski to be out a little bit further. Wasikowski is playing because of the injury to Kyle Adams, their starting tight end. So he doesn't throw as many balls to Wasikowski.
Now it's 3rd down and long.
If he doesn't start catching, he's not going to throw any ball.
You got that right.
3rd down and almost 8. Painter, there he got it to him. Not going to be a first down, though. Good job by the Ducks defense. Thurman and Boyd are there. And it's going to be 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Boyd's made a couple nice plays on this drive.
Boy, now Purdue, the players don't want to go off the field. They want to go for it. This is a good 1.5 yards.
You got that wind behind you. You got to go out there and punt it.
They finally come out.
That's when you look at the coach and say, let's stay out here. And the coach will say, yeah, I'll tell you what, get over here.
Chris Summers, with the wind at his back, has hit some big-time punch today going in this direction. This one's returnable from the 13. Bird on the fly. Bird is going to take it. Jarris Bird. He's gone. Touchdown. 87 yards. And that's the spark the Ducks needed. Funny that the Ducks got productivity from a bird.
You know what, you're really ill.
Bird did something that the offense couldn't do, and that is get in the end zone.
Well, you know what Bird did? If you watch this thing, they had the 2 gunners on the outside come down. So Bird catches the ball between them. Then you have a wall of about 6 guys.
And you'd think the gate's going to swing here pretty soon on the extra point. There it comes. The swinging gates. Now everybody into normal position as Matt Evenson will attempt the point after. Jarris Bird, 87 yards. Extra point is good. Now the game is tightening up. 2013.
Once Bird gets beyond those two guys, now he's got like 4 or 5 guys in a line. You see him right now, they're at about the 40, the 30. Watch this. Once he passes them, he's got no one. The only guy that really has a chance of tackling him is the punter. And he doesn't get him. That's the only guy. You don't have to block anybody else. All these guys didn't take the right angle to the return guy.
Well, the bird in flight for the Oregon Ducks. They close the gap to 2013. First punt return for a touchdown for Oregon in a couple of years, and it was a dandy by Jarvis Bird, 87 yards. Now we got a ball game, 20-13 Purdue. Oregon set to kick away. And now the crowd has quieted considerably at Ross-Ade Stadium after that big play, the first big play the Ducks have gotten today. Tardy and Sheets are waiting at about the 15-yard line, anticipating a short kick. They get a line drive that will bounce up to Sheets at the 11-yard line. And Corey out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. At the 32-yard line. Painter, inside give to Corey Sheets. Corey's had a big day, 2 more rushing touchdowns, 1 of 80 yards on the second snap of the game, and he's got to carry the whole load after the injury, season-ending injury to Jason Taylor. So, you know, even returning kicks, that's another kind of risky thing. Your top tailbacks out there shagging kicks.
Hurry up, here they go.
He's got 118 yards rushing today. Here's the throw, complete out to Keith Smith. And Keith's out to the 40-yard line. Walter Thurman is waiting for him there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
You're right, Brad. Jason Taylor was a great addition. It was like thunder and lightning with those 2 guys in the running back position. Now Sheets got to take most all of it.
3rd down, big 3rd down right here for both teams. Down. Late in the 3rd quarter, and now is a 1-touchdown game. Painter, the quick throw. Oh! 1st down, maybe. Keith Smith got hit about 4 times. First, the ball hit him in the hands. Then he ran in to Orton, and then he got tackled. But they're moving the chains.
That Bird? That was Bird. He just came back in. He sat out the first 2 plays, and what a play by Bird.
The Bird.
Watch this collision coming up.
Watch Bird here. He sees it coming. Bird's the guy that just ran the punt back for a touchdown.
Is that great?
Wow. A lot of good hits on that play. And the big thing for Purdue is they did convert the 3rd down. 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Sheets. Sheets into the secondary. Might have another big gainer. He's all the way to the 42-yard line. Corey Sheets, 15 more yards.
I tell you what, I was down on that field for a lot before the ball game. It is hot down there. I guarantee you Corey Sheets had an IV at halftime. Maybe some of those other guys too.
Corey Sheets over 2,400 career yards now with what he's doing today, and you see how quick his feet are when he gets in the hole. And he's got a 1st down at the Oregon 42. Painter comes up to the line, maybe changing things up just a little bit. Blitz is coming off the corner. The throw is knocked down by Bird. There's Bird having quite a quarter. Now this week in college football history, take you back 17 years ago. Marshall Faulk scored 7 touchdowns and rushed for an NCAA record 386 yards. He was in there because T.C. Wright, who I don't think anybody remembers except Wright's parents, he was injured. So in comes Marshall for the San Diego State Aztecs and goes for 378 and 7. Pretty good game, huh?
Not bad.
Not bad.
But he turned out to be a pretty good player.
Yeah, I'd say he did. And that ball is dropped as well. Painter got it out there. Whittington was sliding down and tried to make the catch going down and couldn't hold on. Talmadge Jackson, the corner, was out there making the play. Joe Tiller's thinking, you know, a year from now I don't have to put up with this pressure.
Yeah.
You saw Arnett at halftime, didn't you?
I saw Arnett, and I said, Joe told us yesterday you guys got a nice motorhome, and you guys were going to wear it out. And she looked at me and she said, I don't like that thing. I said, well, maybe some of his friends and him was going to wear it out. She says, that's the way it's going to be.
So he's going to do more driving than Arnett's going to do riding.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and 10. Painter Incomplete. Wanted to get a slant to Desmond Tardy, and that was way too far out in front of him.
Ness, she also told me at halftime, she said, is there any way you guys can hire him? Because I don't want to retire. She's not ready to retire.
Well, that is the 9th straight time that Purdue has failed to get something out of their offense. They scored on their first 4 possessions, and then the next 9, nothing.
You saw, if this lead holds up, Joe Tiller would break the school record for most victories of Greece's old coach. Right now they're tied, Coach Mollenkopf and Tiller. There's another nice play.
Yes.
Caught on the fly. Second time today we've had somebody catch a punt on the fly, and it's down at the 5-yard line. Justin Roper comes up firing, in and out of the hands of
Look
Dixon.
out.
Ball still up, incomplete.
Oh. Don't you know that Mike Bellotti had about 3 heart attacks before that ball came back down to the ground? Oh, jeez.
That ball stayed in the air a long time, and it ricocheted off the tight end Dixon, who is without a doubt today Justin Roper's favorite target. Justin Roper's missed his last 6 passes, however. He's in the shotgun in the end zone. Here's a big opening for Blount. LaGarrette Blount. He might take it. Blount. Hauled down, but not before he got all the way to the 24-yard line. What a run by the big guy, and I mean 240 going 72 yards.
He just got to Eugene. He's a junior college transfer, the player of the year out of Florida. And he showed he can run as well as knock him over.
Watch this one. Once you get into the second level, bang, right there, there's nobody in the middle of the field. The guy that eventually runs him down is number 9, David Pender. But he cuts back into the inside, or outside. Take a look at this. If he gets one more block, he's gone. But what a great run.
Now it's Jeremiah Johnson's turn. And he got about a yard. So 2 big plays in this quarter. An 87-yard punt return for a touchdown, and now LaGarrette Blount out of East Mississippi Community College a year ago, as Grease mentioned, his first big play for Oregon. A 72-yard romp. He's still trying to breathe over there on the sideline. So he's over 100 yards rushing. Sheets is over 100 yards rushing for Purdue. And it's 20-13, and Oregon's threatening again. Johnson, left side, bangs his way down to the 20. Let's check in with Stacy.
Well, Brad, just an observation. This Oregon team looks much fresher in the second half than they did in the first. And we talked to Mike Bellotti, Bob and I did before the game. He said they flew in last night. They didn't get to bed until 1 a.m. And guys, you have to really look at the situation in the second half and wonder maybe they're just now getting their legs as they scored a couple.
Well, we've seen teams come west the last couple of weeks, and both came in on Thursday instead of Friday. Here's a little slip screen out on the outside to Williams. Nice shoestring tackle, or he might have broken it and gotten down that sideline for the touchdown. Ryan Baker got way out there from his line position to make the stop.
This was a touchdown-saving tackle. I'm not kidding you, because this is gone. Here we are, 4th down. They're going to go again.
Well, this one's 4th and short at least. They've missed on a couple. And remember, they're in that spread, so Justin Roper virtually never under center. He's going to keep it. Stiff arm, leaning out there, got the corner. And he's knocked out of bounds, but he's got a 1st and goal.
The big old quarterback, Greasy.
Well, they don't want to run him too many times, but they had that in their back pocket. And they said, if we ever need some yardage, let's do this. Watch this. So everybody's in. All the Purdue guys are here. Now he just has to outrun the guy on the corner there. Just gets out of his reach.
That was Holland,
yeah,
the linebacker.
1st and goal. Now it's Blount. He got him there, and he got him in. Touchdown. Now the Duck fans have something to cheer about. We're an extra point away from a tie game.
Davidson on to attempt the extra point.
Again, the extra point formation is set up. And now Evenson will step back. They'll swing the gate back over, line up for what will be the tying extra points. Perfect. And the third quarter has belonged to the number 16 team in the country. 11 seconds is all it remains, but LaGarrette Blount went 72 and then got down the final 5 for the touchdown. World's largest drum over there by Boiler Crossing, and now the Boilermakers going that way. They hope. 10 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Tie game at 20. Purdue offense at the 45-yard line. Painter pump fakes, throws back a screen to Sheets the other way. Spins his way out, and a penalty marker comes in at the end of the play.
Well, this may be a tripping penalty on Oregon.
Patrick Chung's the guy that made the tackle.
Yeah.
During the play, holding. Offense number 21, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
Greg Orton, the wide receiver, with a holding call, and that spoils great field position, that's for sure.
I saw Michael Speed stick his leg out, and then the flag came. And
you were close, yeah.
Yeah, it was really close.
You were real close. Tripping on one
tripping
side to holding on the other side.
Patrick Chung went to Oregon as a 16-year-old freshman.
16-year-old.
16-year-old. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and folks down there tend to go to school about a year earlier than the kids in the United States. So much like Tim Duncan when he was at Wake Forest, he was 16 when he was a freshman.
You got all this good trivia.
Yeah, I try to help you guys out. Painter down the middle, incomplete again, thrown behind his intended receiver. Our Pacific Life game summary. The story of the ball game in the second half has been what Oregon has been able to do offensively, because they put up 14 unanswered points, including LaGarrette Blount, who went 72 yards, and then the final 5 on that touchdown. It'd be even worse probably had Brock Spack's defense at Purdue not forced 4 turnovers today. So we've had big plays, we've had fumbles, we've had interceptions, we've had a punt return for a touchdown, an 80-yard rush for a touchdown. A little bit of everything for you. Here's a draw play to Sheets, who's had a huge day. And at Purdue with the biggest third down they faced today, 3rd and 7. Painter throws, got his man on the run, first down. Keith Smith. He's all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Oregon decided to go man-to-man coverage, and Purdue had a good route on, got him the ball quickly, and they pick up the first down.
Keith Smith, who moved from safety to wide receiver late last year, former quarterback, former safety, now he's playing wide receiver, and that was his biggest catch of the day. Purdue now at the Ducks' 33-yard line. We're under 9 minutes. Sheets trying to get to the corner. He's got it. 30, 25. And he's dragged down, and that's going to be a personal foul over there at the end of the play. Patrick Chung, All-American candidate. It's either going to be a horse collar tackle or that he hit him way out of bounds, one of the two.
Illegal horse collar tackle. 15 on the defense.
Nice call, Des.
Half the distance to the goal line. Automatic first down.
That is a new penalty again this year. It's basically the Roy Williams from the NFL penalty. You can't put your hand right in where the shoulder pads are and yank a guy down like that, because those kind of injuries, you saw where his legs go. That's
exactly
how you get hurt.
And if you put your hand in the collar and pull him down immediately, you're going to get an ankle or a knee or some kind of injury, so they're trying to get rid of that.
Sheets popped right back up, and he'll take the next carry, and it's going to be a tough yard to the 10 for him.
Sheets with the carry.
They can make a first down without crossing the goal line, but it's so close that it's about 6 of one and a half a dozen of the other.
Well, if Purdue's offense, if they're ever going to step up, it's got to be now. They can't settle for just 3 points here against Oregon. They've got to make it get 7.
Second down.
Orton and Smith and Valentine, the wide receivers for Painter. If they're going to take a shot at the end zone, this wouldn't be a bad time. Painter Too high for Orton, incomplete.
Well, that's one of the few times you see Painter. He looked at Orton the whole way. He just waited for him to come across the middle and then threw it to him. Take a look at Painter here, watching number 12. He's watching the whole way. He never turned his head anywhere and then threw the ball.
Well, you can do that when you don't have a big area. Like down here, he's got 20 yards to look around. You know where the defenses are. Pick up. It's like throwing between fence posts. The defensive guys are the fence post. You throw in between them to your guy.
3rd down and 10. Painter's going to roll to throw this time. On the run. Oh, almost picked off. Patrick Chung got over there in coverage.
You got to kick it.
Here comes the field goal units. Summers has been punting all day, but he hasn't been field goal kicking.
And he handles both.
And he hit the 2 already. A lot busier back there trying to pin the other guys deep than he has been in this half. 27-yard field goal attempt coming up to try to give Purdue the lead. And he has. Summers here in early fall has given the Boilermakers the lead with 7.5 minutes remaining. 23-20 here.
AM on ESPN.
This kick follows Thurman over to about the 6-yard line. Thurman into that second wave and all the way out near midfield. Oh, he almost took it.
Big
45
play.
yards.
Huge play.
That's going to make Justin Roper feel a little more comfortable with the 50-yard line underneath him.
Yeah, he's their starting cornerback. You got Thurman running the kickoff back, and then you had Bird running the punt return back. 2 of the top corners in the country, because of their defensive work, can also get you some stuff done on special teams.
There's a quarterback comparison in the ball game, both with a couple interceptions. And that's Jeremiah Johnson. Jeremiah Johnson down to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 16. And Oregon in gear here.
It's really hard to hold him down for an entire ball game.
And Dong is shaken up on the play here for Purdue. Let's take a look at our Best Buy playbook, Robert Greasy.
Well, sometimes the offenses, they're a little sneaky, and they'll throw these 3 guys out here on the right side thinking they're going to throw, and then they'll run the other way. You put all your defensive guys over there to stop those guys, and then you get a center out and a guard out, and you get a speedy back like Sheets, and you're off to the races.
You know who's going to love that play? The head coach in waiting, Danny Hope, who's the offensive line coach, because those good guys that pulled out,
oh yeah,
both got great blocks. So Frank Duong injured. Looks like maybe his knee. It's Oregon now on a 1st down, and the flare pass out to Jeff Mayle, and Mayle cartwheels his way inside the 30. We welcome those of you that have been watching the ACC battle between Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. A Hokie close win. We're in a close game here with Bob Greasy, Paul McGuire, and Stacey Dales. I'm Brad Nessler. It's number 20, 23-20. Purdue leading number 16 Oregon, trying to beat a ranked team for the first time in 5 years. But there's 6:42 remaining, and Oregon's on the march. Johnson in the middle, got about a yard.
The one thing that Oregon, remember, they have the wind at their back, and this wind has been tricky all day long. And I just wonder if they will really put the ball up going in here. I just got a feeling they're going to try to run this thing all the way in, or those real short little passes.
They're bringing in their running quarterback again. So you're assuming that the true freshman Chris Harper will probably tuck this one away.
No, he's not going to keep it this time. He's going to hand it off because the first 2 he kept.
You're right. Johnson, after the 1st down, picking up just a couple yards, got only about 1 more.
Well, the first couple of times that Harper was in, the true freshman quarterback, he's a pretty good runner, but he doesn't throw much. He ran the first couple of times. So that time you just know that they're going to do something different.
Harper has rushed for 2 touchdowns this year in the first 2 weeks. He's also thrown a touchdown pass.
Offense, 69, 5 yards. But now it remains.
And now they're going to bring Justin Roper back in, and Harper will go out because of that penalty. It puts him in a long yardage situation. It'll be 2nd down and 14.
See, when you put Harper in there, I'd rather throw the guy than run him, because what's happening is when they have him in there, Purdue goes to a 7 to 8 man front. And now you can throw the ball out there.
Dixon, the tight end's been quiet this half. Here he is in the middle of the field. Down to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 7.
That's really a good play in college, that middle screen. You saw UCLA use it a lot on Monday night against Tennessee.
I don't know if they used it much today, but BYU was beating their pants off.
I think they forgot all about it. They didn't have much offense today.
Last time we saw Max Hall of BYU had 6 touchdown passes. I don't know how many he ended up with, but big 3rd down right here, 3rd and 7.
Got man coverage in the secondary.
Blitz coming. Roper zips it down, incomplete, just off the outstretched fingertips of Terrence Scott. Boy, just another inch or two, and that might have been a touchdown.
Jeffrey Mayo thinks he got hauled down to about the 5-yard line. They really put their hands on him, but the pass wasn't thrown to him. But I thought they were going to throw a flag for holding.
Matt Evenson a year ago was a Groza semifinalist. This is where you gain your Groza votes on kicks like this. With 5:11 remaining, he'll try from 38 yards to even the score again.
The strong wind is his back.
Evenson, the snap was bad. They got the hold up, and he got it right down the middle. Good kick. Good game. Tie game. 5:06 remaining in the ball game. Purdue 23. Oregon 23. The snap a little low. Nice job by Tim Taylor to get it held, and Evenson pops it through. We're even again. Say when some of the preseason hype about maybe Curtis Painter being an All-American candidate or maybe even a Heisman candidate, he says you judge people on when you win big games, not how many yards you pile up.
Yeah, that's true.
Drew Brees was able to do that here. Bob Greasy was able to do that here. Several others were. Curtis Painter wants to join the group. Sheets didn't get to the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard. So the biggest 3rd down of the day is at hand. And we're under a minute and the clock running. Remember, Purdue took over at their own 20 with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go. This is the 11th play of this drive.
They could actually, before they snap the ball, run this thing down to almost 20 seconds.
Now they got the big group in there with the extra tight ends. Corey Sheets, a whale of a day. He gets it again.
Timeout. You want to get it closer than this. You want to conserve some time now.
It looks like he got the 1st down. 28 seconds left.
Use one of your time. You need to get it closer than this. Your kicker, your field goal kicker is kicking into a pretty stiff wind.
And now they do take the timeouts. They're down to 1.
One little yellow guy left.
The one they want to save to get their field goal unit out there if necessary, unless they come up with a big hitter before and don't have to kick.
All right, Grease, would you throw here?
I think you can run anything you want because you've got a timeout left. Yeah, I run some good plays. If you do throw here and it's incomplete, you stop the clock, you can throw again. You've got that timeout. You can run any play you want right here. In fact, a pass play might be better because if it's incomplete, you stop the clock.
Okay.
There's Chris Summers. He's trying not to think about it right now, I think.
Right now, what is it, 26? Be a 43-yard field goal into some wind. I'd like to get my guy a little closer if I were Purdue.
Yep. Well, a tight ball game. At halftime, it was all Purdue. Mike Bellotti told Stacy coming out of the locker room, we have to focus and finish. They really focused in the third quarter, took command of the game from a momentum standpoint, if you will. Never have led. And now we're tied at 23.
They have two tight ends in the game, Wasikowski and McKee, number 89 and 80.
Purdue fans want something to celebrate. We'll find out in the next half minute if they can or if we play some more here in West Lafayette. First down. Painter, play action, bootleg. He will throw. And throws it away. Man wasn't there.
Call Grease.
It's a two-man route. Neither man was open. He rolled out because so he wouldn't get sacked. Yes. You know, Purdue has offensively, for those of you who have joined us, we've said this before, they scored on their first 4 possessions and didn't score again until their 15th possession of the game late here in the fourth quarter, and that was just a field goal. So Purdue offensively has kind of went dry for most of the ball game.
Well, I think so. Also, if they're going to run, they're in the middle of the field now where you want to end up.
Well, you got single coverage everywhere you want to look.
Sheets actually lost a yard. That's not what you want to do.
Well,
Casey Matthews made the stop again.
They're just going to wait and kick the field goal from here.
Yep. Well, they're going to be on a right hash. And they're going to call timeout here in a couple more seconds. Whoa.
Well, here's the thing, too. That wind is blowing. They're facing the wind. It's blowing from their right to their left. So, and he's going to hit. This is almost like a hook shot anyway.
The last time he hit one going this way, he had the other hash mark, and he played the wind, and he let it roll in there.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a heck of a hard shot here.
I do, too. I just thought that they would keep the ball in the middle of the field. Just if you're going to run it straight up the middle where you have the middle, and then he has to kick it straight. Now he's got to almost hook this thing or let the wind take it.
If I were kicking,
you're not kicking.
I would rather have it in the middle of the field or on the left hash mark, as Brad said.
Well, it's all come down to a foot in the game of football here at Purdue today. Chris Summers, the junior out of Fishers, Indiana, 3 for 3 today. All his field goals have come at this end of the field, but this one's a toughie. 44 yards away. Justin Roper hopes for a chance at overtime. Here's your ball game. Purdue on the right foot of Chris Summers, trying to beat a top 20 team, and now Oregon's going to take a timeout and let him think about it a little bit longer. Mike Bellotti trying to ice the kicker. So many great performances out here today. Our Chevrolet players of the game. I don't think there was any doubt when you look at Purdue and what happened out there this afternoon from the second snap of the ball game. Corey Sheets, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jarris Bird, 87-yard punt return for a touchdown, and has played in the secondary all day as well. In recognition to their efforts, Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund. So you want to be a kicker. You want to have the pressure.
Yes, you do. I mean, this is what, seriously, this is, if you are a kicker, this is where you want to be.
Did you see the game last night? South Florida and Kansas, and the exhilaration after that kid from South Florida, the freshman, made that kick.
That gentleman is 2 seconds and 44 yards away from becoming Purdue's all-time winner as a coach as well. The ball game is on the right foot of Chris Summers from 44 yards out. Oh, never had a chance. We're playing overtime. Justin Roper will get his chance. Oregon lives to play another few minutes at least. We're going to overtime at West Lafayette. Hang around. Well, 4 quarters wasn't enough at Ross-Ade Stadium in front of a sellout crowd. 23-23 at the end of 4, so we'll play overtime. The captains will come back out to midfield for the coin toss, and each team's going to get a possession at the 25. There won't be a game clock, only the play clock. I know it's a disappointed sideline for Purdue right now, but who knows? Chris Summers might get another chance for a kick.
Everybody knows what we're doing here now? Yes, sir. Got the toss. You do choose offense, defense, and which end. You guys know what you're going to do? Yeah. Okay, are we ready to go? Yes, we're here live. Okay, guys, there's the head and the tail. I'm going to do it again. Ready? Here we go. The head. Where'd you go? No, do it again. Ask me. Call it. Heads. Okay, here we go. Head. He didn't even ask me. It's a tail. Which one do you want?
We'll be on defense first.
We'll be on defense.
So Purdue won the toss. They elect to go on defense. That's the call you always make in this instance, because you want to know what you need when you get to overtime. The way we got to overtime, great performances by a lot of guys, both defensively and offensively today. Comes down to Mike Bellotti calling a timeout. I don't know if it had an effect on Chris Summers, but the kick never had a chance.
It never did. And like I said, I would like to have been on the other hash marker in the middle of the field, or had the offense get me closer. That was a tough field goal to make.
You know, in the first half, you wondered where was Oregon in the first half. In the second half, they just took over the ball game and came back and tied it up.
Well, it should be an exciting finish now. We're going to see Justin Roper and company on offense for the first time here. The coin toss, we already had that. Each team gets a possession from the opponent's 25. No game clock, only a play clock, and you have to go for 2 if we get to the third overtime situation and we're still tied up. LaGarrette Blount, who had a long run today and a touchdown run, is in the backfield with Justin Roper. And he gets the call. Blount only got about 2 yards. Maybe eked out 3. Joe Holland, the linebacker, made the stop. He's been actually a little more effective than Jeremiah Johnson today. Blunt's 240-pounder.
Yes.
And you know that all those fluids people took in at halftime are running out again, guys. Yep. 2nd down and 7. Roper has a look over to the sideline and now comes back to the spread formation in the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the left. They go the other way. Blount just banging his way down to the 17-yard line. Holland again made the stop. 5 more yards for LaGarrette Blount.
Big call here, pressure call. Offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, who has done an outstanding job with the spread offense at Oregon in the 2 years that he has been here. Big call here because he needs to make a first down. If not, he's got to try for the 3.
I'm not sure I wouldn't run the quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Did he get there, though?
I don't think he made it.
Nope, he's short. And he's shaken up. Oh boy, holding his left knee, which has got a brace on it already, and not getting up. Justin Roper. This is the last thing you want to see. Go to overtime, and your starting quarterback comes up like that. Oh man.
That's tough. Nate Costa has already been injured and out for the season with a knee injury.
The end of the play. Maybe just got it twisted. Oh, the landing, it was Torrey Williams landing on it that I think was the problem at the end of the tackle.
But one guy's holding it, and then the other guy hits his body and kind of twists his lower knee.
There's Chip Kelly, and that tells the whole story. Not only is your quarterback down, it's 4th down, about a yard to go. You have a good running quarterback in the freshman Harper, but I don't know if you want to put the pressure of a 4th down run on him. There's Nate Costa already on the sideline on crutches. And now Justin Roper gingerly walking off.
Well, they're going to kick it, Brad. The field goal kicker is out there.
Evenson comes out. He's 3 for 3 today as well. Even if he makes it, then Purdue knows that a touchdown would win it. Evenson from 33 yards out. Kick on the way, and it's good. So Evenson gives him the lead, but it's a precarious one at best. You'd want to have a touchdown in a perfect world in overtime.
What do you think goes through Chip Kelly's mind? A year ago, Bob, they're just cruising right along.
Yep.
Dennis Dixon goes down.
Good point.
I asked him, I said to him, I don't want to bring up any bad memories or anything. I said, well, what did you think when you saw Dennis Dixon go down last year? He says, I was looking for another job.
Well, they started off 8-1. Beat USC and they beat Arizona State. Then Dennis Dixon gets hurt and they lose the next 3 ball games They were ranked as high as number 2 when they were 8-1.
Well, and here they are this year. They got Justin Roper. He had a concussion in the first game. He got out, but they got through the game. Then here he goes down, and we don't know how bad the knee is, but it is a knee injury, and he had to be helped off the field.
So now it's in Curtis Painter's hands again. A touchdown for Purdue would win it in overtime. Painter sets up, deep ball, Orton, flag down. Walter Thurman got there just before the ball did. Pass interference on Oregon. That'll give Purdue a first down.
It'd be a 15-yard penalty. It's not like the NFL interference, but this was a great call. You roll the quarterback to the right and throw back. No question that is interference. But Thurman was beat, and better 15 yards than have a completion right near the end zone.
Yep. He never even looked back. He knew he had to get there and break it up regardless of whether the yellow flag came in or not, and he's shaken up on the play as well.
All right, now you're in a situation here, Ness, where you got to score. You either got to get a touchdown. You can't get a first down here. You're at the 10.
Or kick a field goal to tie.
Or kick a field, yeah. But I'm saying you can't pick up a first down here.
It's been Corey Sheets' game today. He's with Painter in the backfield for Purdue. First and goal. Painter in trouble, and down he goes. Lost a couple on the sack. Tukuafu got there to down him. So now it's second down and 12.
The coverage downfield was there, and it made him pull the ball down, and then the protection went south, and he was sacked. You know, there's pressure on the offense because a turnover here by the offense ends the game.
We're in overtime. Oregon leading by a field goal. Purdue on their offensive possession. Corey Sheets gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then another yard, and it's down to the 9. Let's check in with Stacy.
Well, Brad, I'm down here observing Justin Roper on the Oregon sideline, and they've attended to his left knee. They've done some ligament testing, and I read the words of one of the doctors. They said, let's get some crutches and put you on some ice. So I don't know if he'll be returning in this game, Brad.
Be a long ride home for the sophomore out of Buford, Georgia, heading back to Oregon. We hope he's well and well soon. Third down and goal. Painter scrambling around, now trying to win it. He's down to the 5-yard line. And that's fourth and goal. And now you got to kick it. As we said, by playing defense first, they knew what they needed. Obviously, the touchdown wins the ball game, and we all head out of here. But now Summers, who missed from 44 yards at the end of regulation, will have basically an extra point attempt this time as a field goal. It'll be a 21-yard attempt to try to send us to a second overtime. Summers up and good. We do play to a second overtime. It'll be Oregon's turn again when we come back. Going to break. I stand corrected. Purdue will be on offense as they switch going into the second overtime. So Purdue having just tied it up on Summers' field goal, and they'll work from the 25-yard line again. Curtis Painter right back out there. Yeah, boy, you got to wonder if whatever kind of score, if Purdue doesn't score, what Oregon's going to do with Justin Roper over there on the sideline with a bag of ice on his knee. Pretty much that means, will they not be able to throw, or will they bring in a third quarterback?
Well, Jeremiah Masoli was a guy that has played in both of the first 2 ball games. He's a junior college transfer, and he has stepped in and thrown some balls, and they've run their whole offense. With Harper, the true freshman who has played here today, they have not run their entire offense. All they have done with him is run the ball.
So then you think about, now what would Purdue do if they come in there with just Harper and not Masoli? Do you change your defense and you start blitzing?
There's Masoli, and he's strapped up. He's got the helmet on for the first time today, so I think he's the man that's going to get the call.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, it is.
Wouldn't you think he'd be throwing? Just to get loose?
Why don't you just go in overtime at a Big Ten stadium that far away from home, try to win it for us, would you?
Yeah. He's been sitting on the sideline for 3.5 hours drinking Gatorade and just wondering what I'm going to do on the bus ride and the flight home.
So now Painter and the Purdue offense at the 25 again. Second overtime. Painter pump fakes. Now the ball is out, but one of his linemen has scooped it up. Trying to break tackles is Justin Pierce. That could have been a disaster had it not been for big number 72.
Well, I wanted to see Justin make a little move there.
Yeah. I think he made all of them he could.
Well, what happened here is it was a pump and go trying to get an easy 6 points in the end zone, and the protection didn't hold up, and he just got sacked.
The problem they've got now is they got a long way to go on second down just to get down to the 15-yard line.
Watch over here on the right side. He pumps, and then the tackle gets pushed back in his face. What is that, Reed again?
Yeah, Reed again, and Tugoafu from the other side. Painter, throwback screen to Sheets. Got a block. Sheets, 35. Fighting his way back to the 30-yard line. Only a pickup of about 6.
All right, now what you're looking at, you're just trying, it would be 3rd and 15. You're just trying to get the ball down there where you can kick a field goal.
Well, if I'm going to throw, I'm looking at Orton.
I'd at least want to get it to the 20, if you could. 3rd down at 15. Summers again working the nets. They're going to need his leg unless they come up with something big on 3rd down. The first down markers way down to the 15-yard line. Painter, plenty of time. Throws over the middle and it's broken up. And now the line of scrimmage is still the 30. Oh boy.
Well, this would be about, what, 48-yard field goal, but they have, the wind, what wind there is now, they have it at their back.
Remember, Chris Summers going the other way, missed from 44 at the end of regulation. This one will be a 47-yard field goal attempt to try to give Purdue a 3-point lead. Summers from 47. No way. And now Purdue's in some trouble.
Well, their offense didn't get anything done in that series in overtime. The key play was the sack that lost him about 7 or 8 yards.
Chris Summers was 3 for 3. Now he's 3 for 5.
Well, Chris Harper is in that huddle, Ness.
You certainly don't put the blame on Chris Summers. I'm not meaning to do that at all. It's been a long football game that's had a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. And while he's missed the last 2 kicks, I don't think they're going to hang a loss, if it ends up being one, on him.
There's Harper.
There's Harper. And he's got Jeremiah Johnson back there with him. High snap. Harper trying to run. Purdue trying to stretch it out, and they do. And they come up with a big defensive play. Loss of 5, almost 6.
It looked like he was thinking about throwing that ball. I know this was a running play, and they knew it. If you looked at what Purdue did, Purdue had 7 men in the box. So they're not even really, I mean, they're playing almost single-man coverage downfield, and they went after the quarterback, which they should do.
Harper, there are his passing numbers. So he has put it up 6 times in the first 2 weeks. Johnson gets it back to the 21. Tough run by Jeremiah Johnson as he got 9. And now he comes off holding his hip and limping badly.
All right, I think they are back in field goal range. I think Evenson can make a field goal from 47, 48 yards.
Evenson's career long is 51.
Get it back in the middle of the field.
And that's what they do, but they get the first down and then some. All the way down to the 11-yard line. Now, do they want to send him out and say, let's just kick this thing and go home? Evenson says, I'm ready. But he liked the first down. We might be about 1 play away from seeing number 85.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to mess around with it too much down there.
The thing here is don't fumble the football.
That's what I meant. Harper down to the 3-yard line. Maybe the 2.
And they can get another first down at the 1-yard line.
Well, I guess they're going to leave the offense out and say, if you guys can get it in, we'll just go home.
This is a true freshman running this offense in overtime.
Second down, the give. Blount, he's in. And Oregon wins it in overtime, in 2 overtimes. LaGarrette Blount from 3 yards out, and 16th ranked Oregon survives an upset bid by Purdue. Mike Bellotti's team is 3-0. 32-26 in 2 overtimes. Purdue goes to 1-1. The Ducks survive and go to 3-0 on the season. It'll be a happy flight home for the Ducks.